If you're watching this video in exactly 1 week, we're going to be possessed at the Hinsdale House and the Wildwood, and it's going to be probably the most life-changing experience ever.
Hurtling through the depths of space is 3i Atlas. It's coming to us with an unknown propulsion that might be familiar, and when it gets behind the sun, they'll be distributing butt probes. That's as good as it's going to get, man.
We discover in this podcast that infrasound and radiation, that's just not coming from your grandma on that sleazy little couch she's got over there and that stanky little thing that's coming, seeping into the pores.
Oh, that was even grosser.
I know.
If you're like me and you're thinking about Val Johnson, you might be thinking about the father from Family Matters, but it's not him. It is a cop. And he had something happen to him that is so confusing, I don't know what to think.
Wait a second. On Urkel, he was a cop too.
Yeah.
I just figured that out.
Yeah.
Also, we're talking about the mall again, and we're talking about that Miami Mall where the aliens are. Is there additional proof that they really was sneaking around as predators?
We also talk about lost time. And not quite like you love our episodes so much that you lose an hour and 20 minutes just watching them. We're talking about the alien abduction type. But if you want to find out why we're having a hard time keeping straight faces, you're going to have to lose some time and listen to the whole show.
Welcome to the show!
So the time is almost upon us, Bert. Are you getting scared? Are you getting spooked out? Having second thoughts?
Oh, no second thoughts, Nick. That's crazy talk, man. Listen, we are pretty much ready to go, though. I think it was last week. I can't remember. It may have been off stream, but I was going over my list of all the goodies we got.
I can't really bring any of my goodies because they'll all get confiscated. but I am bringing my most beloved possession.
Oh, he got it, boys and girls. Just last week, you said you didn't think it was going to make it.
Man, it stayed in California forever, but to this day, it's still in Paloma, California, according to the tracker.
Well, listen, they was just proving that they take their guidelines very seriously.
That is true. That is true. But in other trip-related news, I was gone all weekend because I went to get my rush passport done.
Oh, yeah.
And if you recall, we had a very ingenious plan because it was kind of up in the air a little bit.
Just a little bit. So
the very night before I had to go to the city, which is 3.5 hours away, by the way, I booked everything that night before because their policy is it gives you 23 hours from the time you book to get a refund. And it's sort of like a catch-22 because without that booking, I can't get a rushed passport. Without the rushed passport, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on the flight.
Right.
So I needed one to support the other. So late that night, I'm booking my passage. I'm getting Bert to double check it for me. Book that. I'm like, okay, stopwatch, go. I've got 23 hours. So I've been gathering documents for ages because it's very difficult to get your information together to go between US and Canada right now for reasons we won't really get into.
Let's not do that. We'll get in trouble again. We're just now starting to get YouTube views again.
Yeah, just getting out of jail.
We're starting to get out of jail.
I rush up there. I meet my friend. My friend takes me downtown, or downtown in the city. I guess was that down city or is there another?
I call it downtown.
Yeah, downtown. Get in there. They're like, you must not enter the building more than 10 minutes before your appointment time.
Holy smokes.
So I'm like waiting outside. Then it hits exactly that moment. I go in, go down this long corridor. It takes about 5-6 minutes to get to the end of it. It's a long ways in the bowels of the city. And I'll tell you, for a government office, I get in there They take me right to the front of the line. One of the friendliest people I've ever met in my life. Went through all my documents. Said they're good. Take a number. Go sit over there. The guy will get right to you. I sit down. It says average wait time 1 hour and 49 minutes.
Oh, wow.
However, Nick has an appointment, so he sits down for about 66 seconds.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's perfect.
My number comes up. I go into the little office. Another one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. He goes through the whole thing. No problem whatsoever. It's going to be ready for pickup 2 days before we leave. I was in and out of there in 16 minutes.
Man. That's how it's supposed to be, Nick.
That's how it is supposed to be. And he said it wasn't always that way, but they've upgraded their systems and how they do stuff. But he said, one of the things I thought was funny is he's like, I don't know what kind of person wants to spend their afternoon in a government office on Friday evening coming in here to sit for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Why don't they make appointments? And I'm like, I don't know. This was the easiest thing I've ever done.
Makes the most sense to me. And thanks to your friend that got you on your way. Thank you, friend.
Oh, heck yeah. They're also picking up the passport for me. So
look at that.
Very much to them. Yeah.
Man, they're troopers. I feel like they're part of this thing at this point, Nick. We need to put them in the credits.
Yeah, really. They won't allow me to use their real name on any of this stuff. So there's no point in it. But they're also the one.
We can still say thank you, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could say thank you. They'll know who they are.
Exactly.
But this is also the person when I forgot my ID, zoomed into the airport, picked me up, took me to the DMV, and zoomed me back to the airport so I could get on the plane in time.
They're going to start seeing you as just the problem child, Nick.
I am a problem child. I've been that way my whole life.
Oh man.
I don't know if you know, but that little ginger in the problem child movies, that grew up to be me.
Well, it's funny because I've not really divulged any of this either, but I reached out to the Hinsdale House, which is where we're going. For anyone that doesn't know, we're going to the Hinsdale House. And then the very next night, we're going to be going to the Wildwood Sanitarium. But I reached out to him because I'm like, hey, I'd really like to get these properties early. So Nick is flying into New York. And I think your plane's like 1 something, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm driving from Ohio. So I'm going to go pick him up. I'm driving 5.5 hours up to pick him up and then 1 hour down to the Hinsdale House. So I was like, we get the house at 7 for the Hinsdale House. And I'm like, that's good, but I'd like to get in a little bit early. So I told Jess, if your flight gets in at like 1 something.
Right.
So you figure 5.5, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So like if we left the house at like 8 something, we would be there not too long after you get there. And then if we could drive from there the hour, maybe grab like some lunch or something.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be famished.
Too amped. No, I'm going to be too amped.
Oh man, I always eat, dude. Listen, you gotta feed the ghost, Nick. Have you not heard that commercial?
I've got a lot of adventure stores of fat that I can dig into if I'm
me too.
Away from home. Yeah.
Well, I was talking to a couple people because I was talking about this vest. I think I showed this last week. This is the bulletproof vest that you put all your cameras on.
Did you hear how much noise that makes when you picked that up last week?
No. Was it a lot of noise?
It sounds like someone banging pots and pans together.
It feels that way a little bit.
It's cool, though. It's cool. It makes you look dangerous.
Well, it's called a Medusa vest. That's what they call it because you can put all the different attachments on each one of these. And I told Nick today, I really want to figure out a way of putting this battery pack on here.
Right.
Maybe on the back or something. But anyway, the whole reason I brought this up is, so for this Medusa vest, I bought it. It comes in one size fits all. Well, that is a lie.
I've heard that story before.
So they've got Velcro on here. So I'm like, I'm going to have to get some extensions for this Velcro, or otherwise I'm going to hyperventilate each floor that we climb in the freaking Wildwood Sanitarium.
Don't feel bad. I'm going to anyway, I'm sure.
I'm going to be like, I can't breathe. Yeah. Why? The ghost got you? No, the freaking Medusa Vesta.
No, a lifetime of bad choices is killing us.
So, yeah, I bought Velcro. They just came today. Hopefully it works on that thing, but I got the extensions. It's technically made for like people that wants to put like an ice pack on their body or something. But I'm like, we need it for other purposes.
Yeah, whatever works. I hope one of these haunted places have, that in a lot of old houses, they have that old lady chair that you sit on the railing and it takes you up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be dope.
I would love to see one of those. I've always wanted to ride in one since I saw Gremlins.
Well, it's funny because it was last week. I'm pretty sure it was off podcast, but I was telling Nick the list of all the stuff that we got. And I told him, I'm like, it's going to take us forever just to set this stuff up. So we're going to be setting up separate external mics. We're going to have old antique cassette recorders, and those have the cassettes. And I think the cassettes only last an hour. So every hour.
Oh, yeah, they don't last long. Are they little cassettes or?
No, they're the full size.
Oh, okay.
But I think they're 60 minutes. So it's like every 60 minutes, we're going to have to go and flip the cassette.
Yeah. How many of them have you got?
I've got 2.
Cassettes, I mean.
Oh, cassettes, I've got a lot.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's the thing.
I think I've got 10, 15, 20. I can't remember. I bought a whole bunch of them.
So if you've got 10 and they're an hour a piece, that's 10 hours.
Yes. And what I figured is, obviously it won't run the entire time.
Right.
Because here's the problem with the cassette ones. It's going to be on cassette, but the new technology, you plug it into a USB and you can transfer the audio from the cassette to your computer.
Yeah.
But you need an hour to do that per side.
Right. Right. Because you can't scrub through it like digital.
Correct. So you got to figure if it's it's technically, if I got 10 tapes, that's 20 hours.
Right.
Because
here's the other thing too. I've never run a tape for an entire night before. Those things gobble up tape sometimes. Like, we're going to have to keep an eye on that too.
I've never seen one. I mean, I have, like, if it's like a old junky cassette record, this is brand new.
Yeah. I think it happens at any time. It could happen any moment. I mean, I never had it happen a lot, but I
think what that is, folks, I think that's old Nick. He watched some television back in the day and now has this preconceived idea.
Hey, I was alive for this stuff. I know. I mean, I was young, but I was alive for this stuff.
I'm looking now.
I did my time next to the radio, pressing play and record, stop, play and record.
I just looked now. It's 90 minutes and it's a pack of 10.
Okay.
But is that 90 minutes for both sides? So 45 minutes a side?
It's got to be.
I would assume that it would have to be, right?
I know I can do.
We're so dumb because we grew up in this time frame.
How much time can be recorded on each side of a cassette?
It'll say different times because it depends on the tape.
That is true. Let's see what she says.
I would ask it if it's a 90-minute cassette tape.
There's 3 kinds, according to this.
3 kinds.
30 minutes per side, 45 minutes per side, or 60 minutes per side.
So it's got to be 45.
Got to be 45.
So you figure if it's 90, that's 900 hours altogether. And obviously we're not going to be there every second of an hour unless we get Jess to go flip it, but that'll probably scare her to death.
Wait, what? Hold on. Something ain't right in our math here.
What?
So 90 minutes per tape.
Mm-hmm.
That's an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 tapes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 15 hours. Right?
You're asking a lot of math here. Well, you got to figure if the way I figured it is it's 90 minutes times 10 is 900 minutes, right?
Right. I think you said hours the first time. I was like, whoa,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on a second here.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like, there's no, okay, cancel that idea.
Yeah, that's completely
right
wrong.
out the window.
Yeah. If it's 90 minutes times 10 is 900 minutes, that would be 60. So 15 hours.
Yeah, I think it is 15 hours.
So if I bought another one, that would be 30 hours. That would be the full equivalent of our time there.
Right.
So maybe that's what I'll do.
You just have to let it go digitizing for the same amount of time. So
I just ordered another one, so that'll give us 2. So that'd be 30 hours, right? Is that my math? Is my math right?
No, that's right. That's right that time. So we're flipping it every 45 minutes and replacing it every 90.
Yes.
Okay.
But we're going to have to remember to label those tapes because otherwise that's going to be hella confusing.
And not label them like we label our podcast titles because then we won't know what we're talking about.
Exactly. So I bought another one. So that'll be, if my math is right, that should be 30 hours.
Right.
And honestly, we've got the Hinsdale House. I'm going to try to get it around 5-ish.
Yeah.
So here's my thought process. This is what I'm thinking, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We get there around 5-ish. I'm trying to get Paul Kenyon out. Paul Kenyon was one of the original people that was there during the exorcism that happened in 1970, whatever.
Right. Is he a little iffy on going back?
No, he used to go all the time.
Oh, okay.
But he also wrote the book. I actually have the book over here. They Know They're Here. This is Paul Kenyon. So the author of this book is who I'm trying to get to go there.
Ah, that'd be cool. That's a hefty book.
Yeah, it's the full story of what happened there. This is about that house.
Oh, I'm going to have to get that book and get him to sign it if he comes.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to have him sign my copy while I'm there. Yeah. But I'm going to try to have him be there because the story's always told wrong. It's always told wrong.
I wonder if he'd tell it for us.
Well, what I want him to do is I want to have him tell the dandy story. And he doesn't have to go too deep into it. But my thought process is while he's telling the story, I feel like all good paranormal videos come in and there's always this B-roll footage of the house. And then there's that person talking in the background. In this case, it's Paul Kenyon telling the story of what happened in 1972. And then I start adding elements to make it feel like it's from that time period. And you can hear us asking the questions, okay, well, what happened during this moment or what happened during that moment? It's kind of like I also thought about, because not everyone's going to know the devices that we're using. Like I bought a REM pod that has the temperature gauge. And what I want to do, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to have AI create based on the images of the REM pod and then have it circle into a blueprint of the house.
Okay, that'd be cool.
To show the exact locations where all the different devices are going. Because I just discovered this. The 360 cameras that we have for I guess it's Insta360 is the company, but their actual 360 camera.
Okay.
You put on a tripod and you put it in the house in different spots. And because it does 360, you take a picture in each one of the locations. You can create a floor plan off of just the photos.
I bet a lot of real estate places do that. I've seen like ones where you can sort of virtually walk through the houses.
Correct. So what I want to do is run that camera through there without us in it. So lay the tripod in, take a photo, walk back, move it, walk out, take a photo, go back, do that through the entire house. And I thought maybe I could have one of those virtual things done also. And maybe we can put that on our website so people can see where each one of the devices was.
Oh, that's one thing we should mention while we were here. My bad. The Discord link on the website wasn't working, which luckily our friend notified us about that and it is corrected now.
Old high right.
If you tried to go and you couldn't get in, give it another shot.
Give it another shot. It should work now. The link that I made never expires, and it also has unlimited uses. So if 1,000 people joins the Discord, 1,000 people can get in. So easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Just like, file in easily, don't push and shove.
Right.
Let's do this safe.
Safety first. It's funny because I had AI just last week because I had preparation. I don't know why. I was thinking to myself, you know what? I feel like eventually someone's going to jump into these Discords. I want to make it easier. So I sent AI to do all the heavy lifting. I'm like, hey, correct all these things, put all the things in the right place so that someone coming in will have an easy experience here. And then after each podcast, I'm going to have it create the articles. Now, here's the thing. It's going to show that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Love to take credit for it, but listen, I'm not taking credit for it. I think the stuff I think it put our last episode in there, I think.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just tell it to go do it and it does it. So easy.
So we're going to go on this adventure here.
Mm-hmm.
When do we think, and I won't hold you to it, when do you think people will be seeing our adventure?
So here's what I'm going to try to do. And I don't think anyone understands the undertaking that this is going to do. I don't think Nick will have time to look through the footage. So I'm thinking that's going to be me. So let's use, for example, if we go to the Hinsdale House and let's say we have it let's say we start the investigations at 7. From 7 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock the next morning, we have that entire property. Now we're probably going to close down at 9 and start packing stuff up. It'll take an hour to put in and probably an hour to take out.
Right.
So if you think about it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 14 hours just there.
Right. I wonder if our buddy's AI can help with this at all.
Well, so yeah, that's probably a good idea. Mine doesn't have the fancy name like Nick's. If I have 8 static cameras and they record 14 hours each, and then I want to record, or if I want to watch all 14 hours at double speed, how long would it take me to review that in days? And we're talking just static cams, folks. This doesn't include the audio. This doesn't include our action cams, the 360 cameras. This doesn't include building everything. This is literally just all of our static cams. To review, what? Oh, I'm done. I'm so dumb. So it says to review 112 hours of footage recorded by 8 cameras, each for 14 hours at double speed, you would effectively be watching 56 hours of footage, since watching at double speed halves the time. Since there's 24 hours in a day, that's 2.33 days. So if I sat down and all I did was just that, it'd be, let's say, 2.5 days, because it'll take me time to load the video, look through it.
Right.
2.5 days. And that's if I don't stop to review something, pinpoint something, look at something. And then you got to
bathroom, eat.
Correct. Eat. And you got to figure I work a full-time job too.
Right.
So let's say I spend 8 hours a night. There's 3 times what we've got there. So you're looking at almost, realistically, 10 days. And that doesn't include action cameras. That doesn't include the 360 camera. We're going to stream a little bit of it. I want people to be able to see us in the spot. But here's what people don't understand. When Nick and I are investigating, we're going to do this completely different than how I've seen anyone else do it. There's only going to be 3 of us in the house. So with it only being 3 of us in the house, what the goal is every single time we go into a room to investigate, boop, 360 camera right in the center of the room. So you can see there's no trickery. There's no wires. There's nothing crazy. It's legit. We'll also have static cameras in the corners of every single room. I need to make a base for all 8 cameras, but I want to make sure that people understand that if the door opens, we don't have anything and you're going to watch us walk in, you're going to see everything. And one of the things that someone brought up that I think is a genius idea, I'd already thought about it, but they brought up the fact that that's the way it should be. Before we do anything, the first moment we walk in, turn our action camera on.
Right.
And the whole point of doing that is I want everyone to see we're putting all these things in. And if anyone questions the integrity of anything that we do, they'll be able to see it. But also to take a baseline reading of EMF, radiation, all of that. Also, the REM pod. There's controversy. I don't know. I'm just going to say it because I feel like enough people know. If you got a walkie-talkie, which Nick and I have a walkie-talkie with Jess, who'll be manning the mixers and all that stuff. If she calls, the way they set off those REM pods is they point their two-way radio at them and they press a button, the talk button, and it causes the REM pod to go off. Mine do not. I already checked it, but we'll also show that on camera so people can know, okay, that's legit. That's not.
Yeah.
Like if it goes off for a reason.
And one thing we talked about for transparency is we had hoped to put like the raw footage that people can dig through on their own on the website, just in a folder. You know, you can dig through it and take a look. I don't know if that's still the plan or what sizes we're looking at. We've got virtually unlimited, but I don't want to take too much advantage.
Well, here's the thing. To give you an idea of scale, we're going to be recording on the static cams at 4K.
Right.
And they're infrared. So they're going to run the entire time. Once we got that camera on, we're hitting record and it's going. And it's going to go from the time we set it up to the time we tear it down. They will not stop.
What kind of media is that storing on? Like massive hard drives or?
Yep. So it's got a DVR.
Okay.
And that DVR is 3 terabytes.
Okay.
At the current setting that I've got, which is 8 cameras, my assumption is going to take 2.5 terabytes just in static cams. So we'll have to see, but it's going to be recording also in H265. So it's a little bit more of a dense file, but it'll be better quality also.
Well, now I'm more like, I don't think storage is the problem. I think how are we going to get it onto the server is going to be a problem.
That's going to be huge because you got to figure that's just the static cams.
Right.
And I don't even know how long it's going to take me to pull that footage off of a DVR.
Yeah.
And obviously if it comes in segments, I'll just rip those off. I'll just combine them together in like Adobe and then let it run. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be an undertaking. So you figure if it takes, let's just say in reviewing footage and audio, because if it's 10 days with video and that's double speed, same with the audio, let's just double it. Yeah. So that's 20 days.
Right.
We're doing this September 25th. Or I'm sorry, September 5th. So 20 days would be the 25th. I want to have a video out the day before Halloween and the day of Halloween.
Oh, really? You
think that's the goal.
Doable?
We're going to find out, Nick.
All right. He's committed 100%.
100%, baby. But it's like, it's like our Halloween special. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of crunch time that goes into that too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be a huge undertaking. It's literally because I'm going to have this recorder, the H4 that's going to be running, H4N that's going to be recording in a room all on its own. The metallic tapes will be running. We've got the metallic cam. I didn't tell you about this either. I told you I bought the Super 8 that I showed you the picture of.
Yeah.
I also bought their camera.
Oh, okay.
So what the camera is it takes pictures in the old vintage style of taking photos. And what I thought,
is that still digital or is that analog?
It's digital.
Oh, okay.
So the camera, it holds up to per charge is 500 images, I think.
Okay.
But all the photos are, they either look like the old disposable cameras, or it'll look like the old vintage cameras from like the 50s, 60s. So it'll have that look to it, that grain, that feel to it. And I thought we really should be using our Instagram account more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if I took pictures of that trip to put on our Instagram?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is in fashion.
It is in fashion. It fits our brand,
So,
Nick.
Yeah, that's right. It's on brand for us.
So, yeah.
Plus, we could do reenactments in old-timey style. That's good.
You know, Nick, they say at the Wildwood, and I'm trying, I was going to keep this a secret, but maybe I'll say it.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
I want to find audio footage that we can play through the house of what sounds like doctors doing medical cases.
Oh, okay.
To see if we spark the spirits that are there to believe it's that time, and maybe we'll get more energy in the home.
Well, you know what I can do?
What's that?
I can take this sound effect of the doctor from Dead by Daylight and play it full blast and run up and down the halls with a club.
I mean, that might be a little bit creepy for me. Might be a little creepy for anyone else.
I think it would creep myself out, actually.
So, yeah. But that was my thought process. I also want to pump some audio into the place and see if we get any things that might pop up. There was another thing that I want to test, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get that set up. Because I heard if you pump infrasound into a haunted location, that could also spark some things.
Now, I think we talked about this. Well, we've definitely talked about it a lot, but I don't remember if it was on podcast or not. Can you give a brief explanation of what infrasound is for people who might not know?
Yes. So infrasound, the average human can only hear a certain range, and that certain range is 40 hertz. That's considered the cutoff. Right. Some people can go below that, but not very much below that. We're talking 36, 38. Infrasound is anything below that spectrum or higher than that spectrum, which I think the human ear, can go to 28,000 K, I think. Anyway, we want to concentrate on the lower end. And the reason for the lower end is what happens is there's a fear frequency that I use. So for anyone that doesn't know, I put out an episode of the BEK on my channel last week, the Black Eyed Kids.
Oh, did you use it on that?
I did.
Oh, boy.
So the interesting thing is, for anyone that doesn't know, if you've watched the movie Paranormal Activity, when the movie starts, there's no infrasound. 19 hertz is the magic number. There's no infrasound. And then as the movie goes, it constantly moves up the spectrum to a higher volume level, but we can't hear it. It's inaudible.
Right. When
volcanoes erupt, earthquakes happen, there is an infrasound of about 19 hertz. That's why they call it the fear frequency.
Right. That could be why like dogs can pick that up long before it happens too.
Correct. So what I'm thinking is that infrasound, if that is something that we just can't hear because we're human, but other things can, maybe that'll build. But on that BEK episode that I put in, I didn't put it through the entire episode.
Right.
So when the BEKs were about to come into the scene, I'd slowly start lifting it about 20 seconds before. And then through the entire time that the BEKs are there, and from the moment they disappear, it slowly drifts back off. So it's like they're walking in a scene and they're closing out of the scene.
Yeah. Now, I think we're like, to some degree, a little desensitized to that now. But back in the day, when I think they first used it on the big screen was The Exorcist, and people were throwing up and running out of the theater and stuff like that. And I don't think it was really the contents of the movie so much. I think it was they just had no previous exposure to infrasound.
Correct. What's interesting is I tested it on my episode because I was curious. So I did the BEK episode, and of course I know where it's at. So it's not like, again, it could be placebo. I don't know, but my resting heart rate raised every single time.
Oh, wow.
because it, like, my ring doesn't give me the exact time periods, but I could see the spikes that were occurring within that time frame. And then once the episode was over, it went back down.
Interesting.
Maybe it's placebo. I can't, how do I know?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm going to watch it because obviously this is one of my very favorite topics. So I'm interested to see what you were able to do with it. And if I can detect when it's happening, maybe that will be a good indicator. But then again, now that you've told me, I know too.
You know now too. The placebo, that's the problem. You just don't know. And also, for anyone that doesn't know, I plan on using, this is so loud, I apologize, everybody. I'm sorry. I got too much stuff.
Oh, you're just throwing things.
I got too much ghost hunting stuff. I don't even know what I dropped there. But anyway, I'm going to be wearing this also while we're there, which is a heart rate monitor. And I'm going to record my heart rate when we're doing the investigations to see, was there a point where, something unnatural was occurring? Like, did I look calm, but I wasn't calm? And there's going to be a camera on my face the entire time I'm there too. So, maybe I have what I believe is a sensory thing where I can pick up where something's coming from.
Right.
I think I'm sensitive to that. So I want to see if I naturally respond to something before something occurs, or if something happens, I want to see what the response time is and how I try to figure out where it's coming from. But I also want to debug. So if we hear something, I want to try to be skeptical and say, no, that wasn't what that is, and just try to figure it out from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I want to believe in this stuff, there is a lot of stuff in nature and a lot of stuff that can sound real effing scary.
Big time.
But it's perfectly natural. Like we talked about before, the sound of porcupine in distress at night. Right. That's the most terrifying thing you could hear, but really not much danger to you and definitely not supernatural.
Well, we got to remember too, so the Hinsdale House, that's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And there's a woods right behind the house.
Oh, are you thinking hillbillies?
I'm thinking bears.
Oh, I ain't afraid of those.
All right. Nick's going outside to set up all the cameras at nighttime.
Yeah. I'm going to toss a bear into that lake that the lady's in. That ought to rile her up.
Yeah, that woman of the pond. That's not what she's called there, folks. But listen, this is a family channel, so we're not.
Yeah. I don't know what she did to make people give her a name like that, but I'm sure she doesn't find it very respectful.
It was the Dandy family, the husband. Right. I can't remember his name. It's left me, but he was the one that named her that, and it kind of stuck. But I don't know. I'm super stoked to go. We're on crunch time. Like by the time this comes out, it's the following week. So the next episode you're going to see, we're going to be there.
Yeah. And we're doing it all on energy drinks. No sleeping.
That's Nick. I'm going to find little nap times because I get tired. I need sleeping by time.
What do they call it? I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be doing that. Was it the fentanyl slump where you're standing up, but you're slumped over anyway?
Just don't do the zombie eating one, Nick. I think that's like bath bombs or something. Don't do that.
Yeah. Bath salts probably.
The bath salts.
Like that. No, I ain't interested in that stuff.
Yeah. Don't be doing that, Nick.
No.
But we got that coming up. That's going to be freaking exciting. I'm excited for that. I'm stoked.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a whole other experience. If you look at it this way, though, if this goes well, the next one will probably be hunting Bigfoot. And that's only going to be like 3 cameras. And they only got to run until he gets one of us.
Well, listen, I'm going to be working out between then and now to try to be the fastest one out.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan.
We need to bring Jeremy with us.
Yeah.
He's the Bigfoot expert.
He can be our Russ.
He can't be. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, dude. I'm stoked.
Would he do that kind of thing? Is he into running around in the woods with monsters or?
Oh, yeah. He's a hunter.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bring him along.
Yeah, he's 100%. That's how he saw the one that he saw. He's in the woods hunting. He hunted the wrong thing.
And he didn't hunt it?
Well, I think like everyone else, he saw it and he's like, the hell did I just see?
You know what? Just for a brief moment, let me talk about that. Because in earlier episodes, we always talked about like, why the heck didn't people take a picture of this and that and all this kind of stuff? When like, I didn't understand it either. Like why people don't do this or that when they're confronted with something strange. But if you see something strange enough, you're not thinking that.
Oh, yeah.
Like when all those drones showed up on the shore that day outside of work, not a single one of us took pictures of them, not even me. And I used to complain about people not doing that.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like in the moment it's so confusing in the moment.
Yeah. It's not even scary. It's not that you're too scared to do it. You just simply don't think of it.
Well, I always find it funny, and this is why I always tell anyone, you can tell me any story that you want to. I'm not going to say that you're nuts or crazy or that you don't know what you're talking about. It's always funny to me because the skeptical points of view, and, you know, from time to time, I like to bring comments. This one's from my channel. This one's not from ours. This is from my channel.
Right.
But it goes to show what some of these skeptical people say. This person says, LOL, GTFO. For anyone that doesn't know what that means is get the F out.
Greater Toronto Firefighters Organization.
Or it could be that too. Maybe that's what he meant, Nick. This has a completely different meaning now.
That's right. That's all it meant.
He says, I say it's a he. I don't know who it is, but yeah, and none of it is ever caught on tape, despite hundreds of thousands of hours of footage of every ghost show out there. Then he brought me into the equation because why not? Grown man with a Kool-Aid t-shirt talking about ghosts and other grown idiots believe in him. This is why voting should be restricted. Idiots making decisions about our country. So, he did not like my Kool-Aid t-shirt, which kind of is devastating. Right. Listen, I love that shirt. That shirt is dope.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Kool-Aid?
And two, he wants to take away my rights of voting based on my t-shirt and the fact that I talk about ghosts.
What kind of numbnut sits there getting like ticked off on a topic they're not interested in and they don't like?
It's hilarious,
like,
dude.
What are you watching it for?
Here's what's funny. Here's what's so funny about it. Some people's like, do you get offended? And I'm like, no, I laugh at it.
No.
Because here's the thing. I'm sitting in his head so rent-free. He's so pissed off that he's just typing. He's like, this stupid guy. I'm going to rib everyone. But what he doesn't understand is
so bad.
I'm burning him so bad. I bet he's going to be pissed. And I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm like,
whatever, man.
Whatever, dude. Hey, whatever floats your boat. But what he doesn't understand is all I do is that I hide you from my channel so no one sees your comment.
Yeah.
You still see my videos.
Yeah.
But I don't see your comments.
Actually, once he's commented, he's going to see them so much more.
But here's the best part. The best part, you're right about that part. The best part is he'll go to write another one. He'll see his other message. He'll be typing another one. That one doesn't even go through because you're hidden from the channel. So you're sitting there. I'm sitting rent free, baby, in that head. And I don't even see your rude comments.
Yeah. I mean, all that aside, you know what? Let people have their interests. Let people have fun. You know, if they're not hurting someone else, just relax, fella. You're going to give yourself a heart attack.
I just think it's funny. You know, and I tell people all the time, when people do things like that, it says less about me and more about them. I don't know. I like my Kool-Aid t-shirt.
If you don't believe in ghosts, he's watching an awful high percentage of ghost videos.
Yeah, because how did you find mine?
Saying.
This wasn't
what are you watching this for?
Here's the thing. It wasn't even on my channel. Here's what people don't understand. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You want to find out what people are watching? See what it provides to you as something to watch. That's what you're looking at. Like, it's so funny. I hear it said probably the most now when people go, man, all my device does is give me stuff on politics. Well, I guarantee you're watching a high percentage of politics stuff. That's why it's feeding it to you.
Yeah. Don't watch it if you don't want to watch more of it.
And don't write comments because it's going to be like, oh, he really likes this.
Yeah. I have never watched anything that I hate so much that I wanted to tell the person who made it about that.
You know what I do when I don't like something, Nick?
Stop watching it.
I go like this. Boop. For anyone that's on the audio, I just scroll. I don't stay on it.
I report them to the police.
I've never once wrote a hateful comment in all the years of being on YouTube. To be fair, I don't write a whole lot of, hey, that's a great job either.
Yeah. No, I will write that from time to time.
Nick's better than me.
Not about that. Is if there's something that I really like and someone took a lot of time to put it there, I'm going to say, hey, that's pretty cool.
I always go from video to video, or I've got on autoplay and it's automatically doing it. I've got a bad habit of that. That's why when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, what in the hell is this thing playing for me? I don't watch this stuff. Yeah. It's because I left on autoplay and YouTube's like, hey, I wonder if he wants to watch the snake video. Then I wake up the next morning to some anaconda wrapped around some giraffe's neck. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You know, there are conspiracy theories out there that the algorithm that chooses what you're going to watch isn't entirely based upon what you're watching.
Then what's it based on?
There's a lot of conspiracy people out there thinking that there's some of that going on, but you're being specifically nudged to look at certain things to change your perspective on the world to make you easier to control. Now I'm really sounding like Dale Gribble again.
Well, here's the thing, Nick.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you looked at my algorithm of what I watch on Instagram,
right,
it's always baby animals, music sometimes. For some reason here recently, it's been fair stuff. I don't understand the fair stuff because I don't.
Like carnivals, exhibitions, fairs?
Like people doing like rides on fairs. Like I don't really watch those.
Yeah.
But it's like roller coasters and stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
I think what happened was there was a news. I bet that is what it is. There was a news thing of a roller coaster that got stuck up and down. And I was watching it because I'm like, how the hell are they going to get those people off there?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, he loves roller coasters. Like, nope. Nope, not at all. You don't have to show me 35 videos after I just watched 30 seconds of one.
I know, but think about it, like just to be the devil's advocate here. If they were to feed you, like let's say, for example, you were kind of on the fence about a topic and they wanted you to feel more sympathetic towards side A than side B. And they start feeding you side B all day.
Sure. Yep.
You'll get your baby animals, you'll get your roller coasters, but you'll get like 20 videos from side B in a day.
You're talking about subliminal.
Kinda. I would say subliminal, but not to the kind where there's messages in it.
Yeah.
But they're using it as a message.
Yes.
Now, you'd kind of think, well, why aren't they showing you more about side A that they want you to feel sympathetic for? Because a better motivator is annoyance than it is enjoyment.
Well, X has confirmed that they do that.
Yeah. Like, if I'm fed like 20 videos on side B, I'm like, I'm so sick of this. I'm starting to sympathize with side A now.
Yeah.
And that's just what they want. They could do that.
They could.
And you said there's evidence that does happen, right?
So X has confirmed that they will show you just as much of the things that you love as the things that you hate, because they know that when people really hate something, they engage with it.
Right. Is it in proportion though, or
I don't think
more of the things you hate, or
I don't think Elon talked about that. I think that he did explain that people love to write hateful comments. So I provide, which I think is toxic. I'm not a big fan of that.
But that's a fact. People do, like, that's a popular thing on the internet.
Which blows my mind. I guess for me, maybe I'm just a different kind of person, but I've never seen, like we said earlier, I've never seen something where I'm like, I need to write this person a hateful comment or, you know, I don't know. I think I try to look at everybody with some form of respect, even if I don't necessarily agree with their opinion.
Right.
I don't know.
It's like, and hopefully they never hear this, but my friend and I went to this metal concert in town here. And I'm pretty sure I told you about this, but I don't think I talked about it on the air. And it turned out once we got there, it was a one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
And all he had was a bass guitar. And he was sort of a younger fella, and he got up there, and like when we went in, they were like, man, for a metal show, there's a lot of really old people in here.
Yeah.
And there was about 15 people. And, you know, I'm not a spring chicken myself, but I was probably by 20 years the youngest person in there other than my friend.
Yeah.
And, but it was this fella's family supporting him and stuff, which is real nice.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if I took it at face value, that's probably some of the worst anything I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But that guy gets in there, and he's booked other shows, and he keeps playing, and he's writing songs, and he's getting out there and doing stuff. Like, he's trying to entertain people. He's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I can appreciate that. And I clapped just as loud as I could. And, you know, he was real happy. He was performing to us and everything. It was almost like a personal show because we were probably the only non-family there.
Probably so. But that's what I'm saying, right? Even with our stuff, our podcast, right? It's not going to connect with everybody. It's not going to fit. There's going to be people that's going to be like that guy that's like, oh, that guy's wearing a Kool-Aid t-shirt, looking like a tool shed, talking about some crazy ghost stuff that doesn't exist and goes on this, like, to write that out, that entire long, I mean, that probably took him a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to be really pissed off to write that I can't concentrate for an hour and a half on most subjects.
Right. Now my example goes the other way. Like, someone's putting a lot of work into something. And even if you don't agree with it, or even if you don't necessarily like it, I think you should at least respect that someone's doing something. That's
my point.
Right.
My point is, you're going to have the extreme of one person and you're going to have the extreme of the other person. The problem is generally it's the people that are on this side that's the most loud and vocal.
Yeah.
I tell content creators.
Negative is louder.
Yeah. I tell content creators all the time, for every hateful message you'll get, you'll probably get 10 that were great.
Yeah.
But it's easy to stumble over that one negative one you get because that one hits to the core of something. The sooner that you get a thick skin and you're like, it's kind of funny. Like this, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a comment and I laugh because I'm like, that's kind of funny. Like, I got to give it to them. It's insulting me, but it's kind of funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to take your licks too, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, just on this podcast alone, we've told some of the comments that,
oh yeah,
they're kind of funny. My favorite one still to this day is our Mandela effect ones. The people are irate about it.
Oh,
irate.
Yeah, people feel strongly about that for some reason. Maybe in another universe they don't, but in this one they do.
Well, the best part about the Mandela effect for me is I know there's people on both sides.
Yeah.
So when they insult me, what I do is I find a thread that they're in and I go, well, tell me your opinion on this. Like, I'm just nice.
Yeah.
They write their comment out and then someone else comes and bashes them for their idea. And then I just lean back and watch.
It's like bumper cars.
Exactly. I'm just watching them setting themselves up for the big woo-woo, Nick. That's what I do.
You know what would be funny on the Mandela effect one?
What's that?
If we could swap out the video and we change it every time someone criticizes it and we're like, that didn't happen. You must be remembering another Mandela effect.
Dude, that would be awesome. My favorite, and I don't do this, and I don't know why other people don't do this, or maybe they do it and they think they're trying to get away with something, but we put that Mandela effect out where we talked about, we are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end, you know. we talk about that part, and we talk about how in that song it's not there. Well, later we found out that it happened in the live versions.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it also happened in the Mighty Ducks hockey movie that I've never seen.
I have seen that. I used to love that movie. I'm ashamed to admit.
Never seen it. So there was people that was irate. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. They did it in every single live version. Have you watched Mighty Ducks 2? Blah, blah. And I'm like, I have not watched Mighty Ducks 2. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't grow up in that universe. Also,
this might surprise you. Based on my age, I also was not of the age to really go to that concert. What's on YouTube and blah, 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 blah. Okay. But they wrote the comment out. Right. But the next 20,000 people after that still yelling at us like, you went to the comments to write this. You didn't see that 27 other people said the same thing within the last month?
Oh, just give us a break, man. Just a break here.
Now, some people would take that video down because of misinformation, but your old buddy Bert understands that every time you bitch at me in the comments, that, my friends, helps that video grow. So I'm like, yep, we're going to leave that one there. Yep, let's see who else we can tick off. I know it's evil, but hey, whatever. Speaking of evil, Nick, speaking of evil, I don't know why I prefaced it like that, but I found a little bit of an interesting thing today. Actually, before we started the podcast, I want to get your opinion on something.
Okay, just before we jump into that.
Yep.
I don't remember what it was, and if someone in the comments can tell me, I would love it. But there was a TV show that had 2 different endings, and it was a Black Mirror episode. Black Mirror thing that or maybe it wasn't, but it had 2 different endings, and they showed them in different places, or maybe it was in different theaters, so that when people come out and talked about it, they'd all remember a different ending.
Oh, that's wild. This? I don't know that I've heard of this.
What was that? Someone's going to remember. It's just not me.
Someone in our comments tell us. Probably Hyatt Riot knows this.
Yeah, I know. We need to have him as like a fact checker.
We probably
when we press this button, it's got to go to him.
Exactly. Oh, Hyatt Riot, setting us straight.
That's right.
But do you remember that? I think it happened last year. That mall in Florida where the aliens was supposedly spotted. Do you remember that?
I do. We even watched a little video of it that I'm going to be frank, I couldn't see exactly what was going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Video. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because before we actually jumped into this, and I kind of wrote some things out, and then I had AI double check some stuff. But it was Miami. It was New Year's night, Bayside Marketplace. Mm-hmm. I forget how many cruisers was there. I want to say there was like 30 cruisers. They literally shut everything down. The phones were blowing up. There was grainy clips going all over the place. Now, like 2 or 3 weeks before that came that video where there was that alien that was in a backyard or something. And I think I showed the clip of that also, where the family was out there and then the woman screamed and then ran away.
Yeah, that one I could see what you were talking about, especially because you showed a lighter version of that.
Correct.
That really highlighted it.
Well, that's the thing. That was just like 3 weeks before. So we were already prepped and ready to go in UFO mode.
Right.
And that thing straight looked like it was something out of Predator to me. But anyway, we have this footage come out. And what it was they believed that the Miami Mall, there was aliens. And what was so interesting, and everyone's like, dude, that story was already debunked. It was just a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. What they said was there was silhouettes that was between 7 to 10 feet in height, whatever these beings are. They want to call them UFO. Some people called them demons. For the record,
there's a lot of back and forth on that anyway.
Correct. And which, a lot of people, they believe that UFOs or aliens could be demonic anyway, but whatever.
Right.
So this footage comes out and I showed Nick and I'm like, I can kind of see some stuff, but here's the problem with a camera. Sometimes it creates this artifacting and I'm like, I don't know if that's artifacting or what that is. And there's a lot of people that goes on the internet and they create stuff that's not necessarily true. But what I found interesting was I found this clip that someone put, and it was a clip from Congress. And there was, I don't know who it was, but there was this guy. He's got a very serious face. You can probably look it up. I'll see if I can find it. But he confirmed that this guy, his name was Fitz. He was at that location.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was there.
He was there. And what he said was that that specific case for the Miami Marketplace Mall is now classified.
Right. They don't typically do that for teenagers.
That's my question. 30 police.
Right.
That what they said was they thought it sounded like gunfire. And then they said, no, it wasn't gunfire. It was fireworks. 30 police in a mall, which I can kind of understand to a degree. I mean, listen, if I'm in a mall and there's gunfire, send 60 police cruisers. Okay.
Yeah, send all the police.
Send it from multiple counties. I'm fine with that.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Just get me out of there.
Bert's got to get out because Bert's got a podcast. Okay.
That's right. That's
Technically,
right. Priority seating. Like on the Titanic, it was women, children, podcasters.
No.
In the lifeboats.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Got it wrong. Podcasters, women, children. You had it backwards, Nick. Also, coincidentally, has nothing to do with the story. Do you know that 75% of the people that died on Titanic was the men?
Oh, yeah. I had heard that.
Yeah, because they gave their seats. And they say chivalry is dead. Well, I guess that was a long time
ago.
It
died on the Titanic.
Well, yeah. Anyway, but what they're saying was that they've classified all of those documents. And the question that I would have is, why would you classify the documents? If you confirmed that it was truly just fireworks, why would you ever classify that? That doesn't make sense.
Well, that makes me extra nervous because they're classifying something, and like in our wildest imagination, we could say it's UFOs, or maybe it is UFOs. We're in the era that governments are full on telling us that these things exist.
Yep.
What could be so awful in this topic that it would be classified?
Well, and here's
way worse.
Well,
right?
And here's the thing. We live in a day and age where I question everything I see now. Like I say, I just saw this before we got in this podcast.
Yeah.
What if, going back to what we've said about AI before, what if AI made this video look like that's what was said, but maybe that wasn't even what was said? Because like I haven't even had time to look. This is all off the cuff, just FYI.
Right, right.
What if that was never even in Congress, but they've got a video of this guy in Congress that's supposedly saying all these things? I'm going to do research because I'm super curious now.
Yeah.
But
I've seen videos that have fooled me already.
They're getting so good. I can't tell the difference now. I've really not.
I'll tell you the one, and this is going to sound so foolish, but the one that scared the living bejesus out of me is I was watching this completely real looking thing of a fella cuddling with a dog, and all of a sudden it snaps him on the face, and for a second it looks like it destroys him, but the guy was cake.
Yes. There's like, a lot of those.
The first time I saw that, I was like, oh my God.
The dude just lost his face.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they showed this to me. And then I was like, oh wait, that's cake.
That's the thing. We live in a day and age where you can't trust anything that you see. So I'm really telling the story because if that was said in Congress, and I feel like that would be on my radar. I really do feel like that would be on my radar. But they do hide stuff and they do make it hard to find some things. We've talked about that quite a bit on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Plus, I mean, if you let out this truth that you don't really care about, it makes it easier to hide this other truth that you do.
Oh, yeah. Because think about when we talked about the drone footage, how much of that was being covered up?
Well, I never got a reasonable answer to that, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I don't know.
I think, like, there's still people, by the way, in that group that you invited me to that sort of like post a little about the topic. I think it's kind of futile at this point, but
they still post in there.
Yeah, they do. I've not, ever since that first week, or maybe it was 2 weeks, I've not seen anything abnormal since then. But it was weird. I was getting a little nervous.
Oh yeah, I mean any of the stuff like that is a little a little bit nerve-wracking, Nick, not gonna lie. And speaking of aliens, last week we did talk about 3-Eye Atlas.
Yeah. I know what we're going to talk about, and I'm excited.
I found this article, and we talked, for anyone that doesn't know, we found stories, and I've been talking about this story for a while. It's something that they're deeming as a comet. It's, I think it's actually
or an interstellar object. I don't think they're calling it a comet, really.
No, I think they are calling it a comet. They're trying to.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're trying to call it a comet. I don't think it's a comet. And I think a lot of scientists are arguing that it's not a comet, but I keep saying 3-Eye. I think it's 31 / Atlas, I think.
You know what's funny is I was originally calling it 31 / Atlas, and you put 3-Eye Atlas, and I'm almost certain that you are right.
I don't know.
It's the third interstellar object, 3-Eye.
That's why I thought it was 3-Eye, but I see in other places where it's 31. So I'm like, maybe I'm just an idiot.
No, I think you're the right one and other people are wrong. I feel like I was wrong on that.
I don't know. But anyway, some new news came out, and it just came out 3 days ago, Nick. And I thought this was kind of interesting. I thought you get a kick out of this too. There's people that's speculating that this, whatever it is, in our intro, it's probably going to be the aliens are for sure now guaranteed coming to snatch us up.
I can't wait. I'm going to fight so many aliens.
Super glue your butt cheeks together, boys, because we know what they're into. Okay.
That's right.
But they're saying that it's possible that whatever this is could have nuclear energy attached to it.
Right.
And they're saying that there's dust that's emitted from the front of the surface. They say it could be dirt. They don't know what it is, but it's accumulated to the very front and it's glowing.
Right. And they said it's not a reflection.
Correct.
They think, and when we say they, once again, the person who noticed it was Avi Loeb, who was the one who discovered the object in the first place.
Right.
And he used imagery provided by the telescopes. It's not stuff he found. He just goes through this stuff and looks at it. So it looks like nuclear propulsion.
Well, and what he's saying is the timing of the arrival is perfect. It's got a likelihood of 1 in 20,000.
Right.
And that's very unusual.
Yeah, that's in terms of these objects that we see, which is very few, odds like that are so much more less likely than it even sounds like. When you say 1 in 20,000, it sounds like, oh, that's not that bad. But we've only seen 3 interstellar objects. So,
right.
You know,
but it makes me wonder if it's because we've talked about this before when it comes to nuclear, right? Like, how do you get nuclear fusion? Like, there's only so many ways you get nuclear fusion. How does this random rock in the middle of nowhere have the capability for nuclear?
Right. And it's weird because when I think about it, like, nuclear could be one of those constants in the universe that every civilization is using nuclear, some more efficiently than others.
For sure.
So is it super surprising that something would come with nuclear propulsion? Not really.
I don't think so. Because this is going to go back to another thing that we love to talk about. When we talk about a lot of these different alien stories, even the crop circle stories, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That wheat was laying down, and the node that, causes it to spring was dropped down and wilted by the form of what they believed was radiation.
Right. And
nuclear provides what?
A lot of people burnt from radiation.
With radiation, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But again, it parallels with a lot of different things, right? Like we talked about the BEKs last week.
Right.
The BEKs, that guy got a form of skin cancer. The woman got cataracts. I don't know.
I just want to look up really quick. How big is 3I? It is 3I.
It is 3. So third interstellar object then is what that stands for.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, but I keep seeing 3-1 too. So I never know. I just figured I'm an idiot and assumed it was 3I.
So it looks like it's 5.6 kilometers in diameter.
I don't know how big that is. I'm a dumb American.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. That's my bad. My bad.
Dumb American, Nick. 50% of our viewers are also Americans, so you probably got to explain.
That is true. That is true. Hold on.
Because you're speaking a foreign language.
Do the conversion. 3.48 miles.
Dude, that's huge.
That is huge. And let's pretend it is a ship. Have you heard of like the different ways that we might get through space and other civilizations might get through space, like generational ships?
Yeah, the generation ships. Yeah.
Like the people who boarded are dead 50 generations by the time the ship gets anywhere, or they could be in stasis or anything like this. This sounds like, if you remember the movie Interstellar, do you remember they were pretending they were making a generational ship where everyone was going to get on board it and go, and they had like, little babies in containers and stuff like that?
Correct.
Like, this is one of the ways that they think we could accomplish space travel.
Right. I don't know.
So something of that side makes me think that that's what that could be. It
could be. It absolutely could be. But then again, I don't think we've been to the moon either. So
no, it's hard to say. We have our moments. I'll tell you, both of us have huge things that we shouldn't believe in that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
And little things that are not as bad as that we just don't believe in.
Oh yeah.
Like I know, like we've got a wide range of topics that we're just like, it doesn't make sense that we believe in one and not the other.
For sure.
So,
like I was talking to someone today and they're like, yeah, I don't believe in UFOs. I'm like, you're the second person that's told me this. And like, it's the most in my opinion, the most believable thing that you can possibly believe in.
Right. Right. Like it in an infinite universe. Like, man, what are the odds?
Like I said,
there's not some kind of thing out there.
I mean, I think about the stories we've covered.
Right.
The Youngstown UFO case. We listened to the police going around the town chasing this thing, and they're arguing with each other about what they're seeing.
Yeah. My mind goes back to that case a lot, man.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like imagine the atmosphere in that town, that small town.
Oh yeah.
That night.
Well, so I've not divulged this. This week, this Friday, I've got a Beyond the Echoes where I go over my theories on the BEKs and stuff like that. But the following week, I'm doing a story on Val Johnson. Do you know who that is?
That name sounds. No, I know what I'm thinking of when I hear that. What is it? John Val Johnson or what?
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah. No, who's this guy?
This is Sheriff Val Johnson. Okay. And what it is it's a UFO story from 1979. And this sheriff He's out on this route and he sees this bright light.
Okay.
Turns down the road. He's going to go investigate. He wants to figure out what's going on. As he's going through it, all of a sudden it accelerates, slams into his car.
Oh,
wow. And he blacks out. Now, what makes it so interesting is the car still traveled, I think it was 200 yards. So for those of you that watch football, 2 complete football fields in length before it comes to a stop. Now, here's what's interesting.
Right.
When they got to him, the cruiser, the antenna, the radio antenna was against the body almost perfectly. It was like it's melted in place.
Yeah.
The windshield, the impact was from the inside out and not the outside in.
What the heck is that?
Here's what's interesting. The impact going out of the car, all the glass came into the car.
Well, I don't even know what you're telling me at this stage. This is so bizarre.
So think about like a person when they hit the windshield and that windshield goes out.
Right.
It looked like that's what happened in front of the police officer.
Yeah.
But all the glass, instead of going outside the car, came inside the car.
All I'm picturing is like, you know, when you drop something in water, it splashes up and then it compensates back down.
Correct.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Correct.
Like a ring wave, I guess it would almost be.
Correct. The most interesting part of the story, his wristwatch and the clock in his car, 15 minutes delayed.
That's crazy. That particular detail of UFO stories is scary because I've experienced that. I'm not going to go through it again because I've told it like twice on the show.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty scary experience once you realize that's happened.
15 minutes. 15 minutes gone.
Like
no
even
explanation.
7 minutes. What can happen to you in 7 minutes, especially inside a car?
Yeah. And we're talking 15 and the car. It stopped 200 yards away sideways.
Yeah.
So it's like the car was picked up, moved 200 yards, and then dropped sideways.
I don't know how this fellow wasn't killed. Like, did he have serious injuries?
Serious injuries. So the amazing part is where this story takes place, that car is now in a museum and you can go and get your picture taken in front of that car.
Like a legit museum or like?
Yeah. Like a legit
museum? Or?
Yeah, it's the museum of whatever the state is, like their main museum. But
Man,
it was
wild.
It was sitting in a barn for like 10 years.
Really?
And then finally someone's like, this is big news. Like this should really be in a museum. And they put it in the museum and it's still there to this day.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that up. I want to see what it looks like.
But my podcast is going to be covering that entire thing because it's super fascinating. And the fringe theories is so much fun on this one. It's like my favorite thing is the fringe theory stuff.
So what, is there any kind of explanation what the deal was with the windshield? Like, how did people explain that?
They can't. That's the problem. They say that is probably the best example of time lost in a UFO. And some theories is that when whatever it was hit him, whatever that was maybe doing like that wave through the different dimensions.
Right.
And when it hit him, it caused him to go into like an extra dimensional plane. Yeah. And when the wave came back through it, that's why his car was sideways 200 yards away. So it'd be like the equivalent of he smacked it, time stood still for 15 minutes because you went through that dimensional plane.
Yeah.
And then landed sideways because of the rotation of the earth.
Man.
That's the theory. That's one of the theories.
What I would like is for them to put him under hypnosis and see if they could recover anything of that.
He has said from the very start that he can't explain what it is. And I think to a degree, he gets that impression that like he doesn't want to be that guy.
Right.
That everyone just sees as that UFO weird guy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You know what? Even though I believe in this stuff and I like to talk about it, I don't necessarily want to be that guy either.
I wouldn't
don't
want
people around town saying, "Oh, that's the guy that got abducted and butt stuff and
butt stuff." Yeah. That's what's happening when Atlas coming, folks.
You know someone's gonna say that.
Oh yeah, you best believe. Trust me, Atlas, when it's on, because it's on the opposite side of the sun when it gets here, folks. When it's the closest and we can investigate on the other side of the moon or the other side of the sun. Do you know why?
Why?
Butt probes. They're sneaking up on us.
Just like they did to Cartman on South Park.
That's true. I don't know.
Man, that would be so wild if that was a generational ship and if it actually does land here and just like thousands and thousands of people start pouring off. There was an old TV show, Alien Nation, that was like that.
Correct.
I hardly remember it, but there was like a weird dynamic with that.
2027, Nick. We better get our cards in place. Listen, we got to get more cameras.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm finally going to have my passport because I want to get on one of those ships and we'll probably have some kind of exchange. So
we're going to have to do a podcast on it, Nick.
Yeah, we set up cameras in our little spaceship rooms and
coming to you live.
This is year 4,672 of our travel.
This is a Atlas, the 3 Bert Atlas.
Yeah, it's me, my co-host Bert, and two other Berts who I don't really know, but they're here.
They're from different interdimensional planes.
Yeah, they all have podcasts.
They all got a podcast. It's so weird. I don't know. Yeah. What says you guys at home? Do you think that there's something going on with this Atlas stuff? What do you think about the whole thought process with old Val Johnson? You think that a UFO could really hit? Why do you think the car's 200 yards away? I know I don't have an answer for it. What do you think about our investigation? Is there something we're forgetting to take on our investigation? That's what I want to know. But for all of you that's still sticking around, you know it's our favorite time.
Oh, yeah.
Open them up, baby. Nick's got his too.
No doubles. I wish I had a nice knife like you do.
Well, listen, Nick, you're coming to Ohio. You might maybe get you one for a little bit because you got me.
Yeah, but I can't take it back.
Here
That's
comes.
the thing.
Bam.
Ah, that's so cool. See, this is one of the things I do not like being a Canadian. I've always wanted a cool automatic knife.
They're called assisted. Assisted open. That sounds nice.
Is that not the same thing?
It is in my book, but they try to make it sound like it's not as bad as what it is.
I didn't shake it again. I think this is the heavy one. Oh, yeah, this is the heavy one.
Oh, Nick thinks he's got the holy grail over here, folks.
Oh, no. This is the last two from the shop, so next time I got to go into Beetlejuice or something.
Uh-oh. Is there any that you still want, Nick, that you've not gotten? You wanted your girl, you've got her twice now.
I know. I want anything I haven't got, really. But I don't... Oh... yeah, I know what this is.
Oh, that sounds good.
This is the guy from The Black Phone, if I'm not mistaken.
From The Black Phone?
Yeah. Very good horror movie.
I don't think I know what that is. Oh, look at that.
He's wearing a mask. That's not his face, but good. That's one I didn't have.
Well, all I know is last week, listen, I was cursed a little bit because I got a dupe. We don't like dupes around here.
No, we don't.
There's the base. I built the base while you was doing your part, Nick. That gives me plenty of time. The way I can generally figure out if this is a dupe real easy is when I open this cassette tape thing. If it's the same background as one I've had before, I go, nah. Now, this week, I had someone remind me that I need water.
Oh, who reminded you?
Heather reminded me that I need water. So
nice.
Thank you, Heather, for reminding me because I constantly forget. So I've got me some water. I got me a paper towel. We're going to see what's on here And oh yeah, that's so much better than what we've been doing. Yeah, that's a lot better. Listen, when you got the correct things, I can't really tell what that's supposed to be. That's what I can see. I'm not sure. It looks like maybe a school bus or something in the background.
It could be. I can't really tell.
I can't tell. It looks like, oh, maybe that's the pizza van.
Yeah, it could be. People will be able to tell better in 4K.
Let's hope. Let's hope. All right. Now we're going to see what the background is. Please don't be a background I've already had.
No doubles.
Because how many did I say there was? 8 of these, 10 of these or something? I've only got 3. The odds are in my favor to not get a dupe.
Yeah, you got them all from the same case, didn't you?
Yes. So this is the sticker.
Oh.
I don't remember the sticker. The background is a desert. Okay. Good odds.
Ah, thank God it wasn't a
freaking airport.
Airport again.
Yeah, thank God for that. All right, so we got a desert. I don't know who's in the desert. And we probably should ask AI who this is because we're probably going to get it wrong.
No, I think we're going to recognize it this time.
You think so?
There's only so many bit part characters.
The problem is I need to go back and I need to kind of watch. I need to go back and watch Stranger Things again. It's been so long.
Like AI wronged me when you got that cheerleader.
It did wrong us.
Because I'm pretty sure I said it was Chrissy, and then AI was like, nope, it's some random small part character.
We should have questioned it.
Yeah.
All right. The small thing is a golf club. Does anyone know why there'd be a golf? Oh, they played golf in the freaking, they was hitting those vans and stuff, right? It was Argyle. Is that the guy's name? Argyle?
Yeah, he's the pizza man.
Pizza man. And who was the love interest of Stacy? Is that her name? Stacy?
John. Is it Jonathan?
I think it is Jonathan. I need to go back. I need to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, it's only been 5 years or something.
Exactly.
No, it can't be that long. It's got to be like 3 years.
It feels like that long. So we got our little golf club. What do we got in Pax Numero Dos?
So cool that it comes in bits. That's so much more fun.
I do like that. We got a hat. Oh, I think this is our boy.
Yeah.
Argyle, I think.
Because
I think he wore a black hat.
Argyle.
I did too.
I hope he's back in the next season.
I heard he's not.
Upset. I know. I heard the same thing, but they lie like that all the time.
It's our boy.
There we go.
It's our boy. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the coolest one so far. I think so.
See if his hat fits. Yeah. It does. It pops right on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I think I can put the golf club in his hand.
Nice.
Oh, dude, this is
How is this not people's favorite segment?
I don't know, man. This is so much fun to me.
This is my favorite.
Why someone wouldn't stick around for this, I don't know. We've had more and more people stick around here lately, though, for this. So I think people started figuring out, okay, well, these are actually kind of cool. And they hang
After
around.
We've done this for a while, I'll gather up all my doubles and I'll do a little contest and mail them to someone or something.
Wouldn't that be cool if we did that?
That would be cool. I've got a few doubles because remember, I mean, they're not going to be great because I got 2 Joyces. No one wants a Joyce.
Yeah, no one wants a Joyce.
Now that is awesome.
Yeah, that one's really cool. I like that one a lot.
I like that.
So we're going to put that over here. We'll put him beside 11. Sorry, Will. Will's officially darn near off the table at this point.
Yeah, he's not super cool.
But hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast. We enjoyed doing it. Just remember, say your prayers, boys and girls. We're going to the Hinsdale House and we're going to the Wildwood. So say your prayers. I just got off the phone with the owner of the Wildwood. She said we can have the property at any point in time that day. So we could go in there super early and set all of our stuff up and possibly get possessed before we leave.
Yeah. So, or if you're on Team and Demon, do your summonings before we get there.
Exactly. There's supposedly a big demon in the attic, Nick. They call it the Thing.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
That's my name.
Oh no.
No, well, so very quick story and then we're done. But
Yeah.
my coworker, my friend, he always said about how awful his mother is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his father also works with us at the same company. So one year, his father brought his mother to the Christmas event and she said something nasty about everyone there. And I was that thing with the hair.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You're also in the attic to the Wildwood, Nick.
There's going to be two things in that attic.
Man, I wonder which one's going to be the creepiest. For the record, the owner's husband, who would probably make him a partial owner also, he was thrown across the attic by the thing.
Well, he should have thrown the thing first.
I mean, maybe so.
Dominance. Certain dominance.
Francois, I don't know, Nick. That's a little creepy. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast. Say what?
Yeah. I said anyway.
Anywho, until we see you in the next podcast, goodbye.
Get thrown.
Get thrown, sucker.
From the depths of space, hurtling towards us right now is 3-Eye Atlas. It's coming towards us with a propulsion that we might be familiar with. And when it gets behind the sun, it's bringing with it. I'm trying not to say butt plugs. Butt probes. Maybe that part. Oh, let me do that again. I got to do it again.
That's freaking hilarious, dude.
You can use it if you want.
That would be like a...
Go ahead. Let me get a take 2 on that.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Hurtling through the depths of space is Atlas. I had it so good if it just wasn't for that butt plug thing. Okay.
I can't stop laughing about it, though. It's so fun.
All right, here we go. Take 3. Hurtling through the depths of space is 3-Eye Atlas. It's coming to us with an unknown propulsion that might be familiar, and when it gets behind the sun, they'll be distributing butt probes. That's as good as it's going to get, man.
And we're supposed to investigate 2 of the most haunted locations in the U.S. This is outstanding. You're going to have me just busting out laughing someplace when we're doing these investigations.
Oh, man.
Oh, no one's going to watch it because no one's going to be scared. It's just going to be me laughing.
Gosh. You know what? The first take I did with that, I had it so perfect.
You did.
And then I was like, because I was thinking the whole time, don't say butt plugs, don't say butt plugs, don't say butt plugs.
Oh, man, it's so good. It's so funny. Okay. I can't laugh during mine. I got to stay serious.
I know. You got to be serious for
I'm
this
crying
part.
over here. I'm legit crying. I guess.
You know what? Maybe we should just laugh.
Oh, man.
People be like, what the hell are they laughing for?
Okay, I got it. I've calmed back down.
Don't look at me because you're going to laugh again.
I'm not going to look at it. I'm looking at the camera. I keep looking at the list, though, because I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to say. Don't laugh. I see you at the corner of my eye.
I told you, don't look at me. You're gonna laugh.
I'm looking at the camera, but you're in the... I'm going to cover you up with this list real quick. I'm going to cover... Okay, I can't see you now. Okay. You got this, Bert. We discover in this podcast that infrasound and radiation, that's just not coming from your grandma on that sleazy little couch she's got over there and that stanky little thing that's coming, seeping into the pores.
Oh, that was even grosser.
I know.